Chat YouTube, it's deck tech time. This time for a little bit of four color Aang. It's the people's deck of choice right now because Aang is super sweet. Aang reads as a 4 mana 4/4 flyer, pretty much that firebends too. Every time it firebends, you draw a card. You don't really have anything else come up in the rest of the deck that synergizes with it. We could try playing maybe some Badger Moles and some Delighted Halfling somewhere in here. I think that's a different build of the deck that I was thinking about as well. But for now, we just have Firebending on the Aang, so it's a 4/4 that draws a card when it attacks. Also, we have Moonmist to kind of synergize with the Aang and Joshua here. Moonmist says transform all humans, prevent all combat damage. So you flip Aang into things that say spells cost Wooburg less to cast, which means it reduces everything by 5, including generic costs. So Riddler is going to be 1 blue mana unless you warp it. Leyline Binding's free. Solitude's 1 white mana. Omnat's free. Aang's free. Josh is free. Teferi's free. Everything on the other side's free. So it's pretty much Omniscience once you flip it. We have 4 copies of Ephemerate to get there because we have Ephemerate Solitude, Ephemerate Riddler, and Ephemerate Joshua. 2 copies of March and 3 pendings as additional spot removal. The 2 Moonmist to go with our Aangs and Joshua's. 2 copies of Teferi because it's just a decent 3 mana Planeswalker. 1 Flage because it's a little hard on the mana base and I don't really want to be playing too many Flages. But we got the 1 Flage to escape. 4 copies of Omnath, of course, because Omnath and Aang are the same Wooburg. Or sorry, no black. So pretty easy to cast both of them. Also, Omnath makes enough mana to cast Aang, so you can go Omnath Aang oftentimes. Then we got the 4 copies of Leyline Binding as 1 mana removal if you have the Triumph plus the Shockland. Then you got these 2 Ephemerate at the top end. Mana base wise, we got 1 Triumph, 1 Elegant Parlor, 1 Thundering Falls, and I think that's it for the tap lands. We have mostly untapped lands other than that. Bunch of fetches, 12 fetches, 4 Flooded Strand, 4 Misty, 4 Windswept Teeth. All of them can find at least one of our Shocklands, so pretty standard 4-color mana-based construction back in the 60 card builds. It's missing a Boseiju right now because we don't have Red and 6. I decided to cut Red and 6 because I think Red and 6 is really slow right now, so instead we're playing the rest of the stuff. Sideboard, we got 3 copies of Katsai for Eldrazi, 1 Surgical Extraction for the graveyard stuff, a bunch of High Noons for Prowess and Storm, 3 copies of Mystical Dispute for Affinity, a couple Ashiok for Titan, and then Wrath Disguise for Energy. Let's give it a shot. His hand is just Solitude Ephemerate and nothing else, and I kind of want to keep it because it's got really good mana. I think I am going to keep it and just hope that it's a creature deck. No haste is unfortunate on that card. If it had haste, it'd be quite good. I guess just Riddler Ephemerate, I guess. Average 4-color hand. A lot of the 4-color decks have been looking pretty interesting lately when they have like Eternal Witness, Ephemerate, and Orange Chant. I don't know if I like those builds. I think those builds are still kind of weak. They remind me a lot of the blue-white control builds that are just trying to abuse Chant plus whatever. Scepter versus Chant, Eternal Witness, Ephemerate. Omnumnath. Probably up against Jet Ski. I did not have the dog. They do have a Fable, though. Why is it called Generic Blink and not just Blink? No rhyme or reason, I don't think. I feel like I'm supposed to Riddler Ephemerate. Up there, I don't have Solitude. Alright, well, that F6 right there tells me that I don't have Solitude. Joshi! At some point, we started the cult to call everything Generic Blink. Bin's a Wrath Disguise, Bin's a Flage. Holding up Solitude Ephemerate is probably going to be pretty important in the coming turns. Not trying to get boo-fooed by Hasty Flage Arena. Arid Mesa, I can't do it this turn. Oh god, another Fable. Oh, I'm gonna vom. The value is insane. Aang and another Josh. I think I get an island. I get an island to play Josh, hold up Ephemerate, and then discard redundant Josh, probably. So I can get island, I have green, I have white, I have red, and I have blue. We're going to be a little bit smarter than the last time we played this list. or we just absolutely mutilated our mana base and we kept being unable to cast Omnath. Hey, I'm just joshing over you. Just joshing with you. It's a little Shua. I think I want to keep everything else. I could discard a Solitude, maybe. That feels greedy. I'm just gonna discard Josh. I wish I could discard that Stomping Ground I just drew. I absolutely have to leave up at least one Solitude, probably two, because if they can Hasty Flage with Swan Song, which I Strict Serenade back up, then I'm gonna need both Solitudes. Like, I think I'm probably starting by pitching Aang here. And if I have to, I'll pitch Omnath. Solitude. Targets my Riddler. Goodbye, Riddler. Hasty Flage incoming. Alright, it's the beginning of combat. We're gonna stop. Take out this Flage. I imagine it's probably gonna take both of our Solitudes because they're gonna have Strict Serenade here. Oh, they didn't have Strict Serenade. Rejoice. Consign. I think we're gonna have to no blocks this. Question is, am I ephemerate Joshua to discard the Stomping Ground and maybe whatever? I guess I would only discard the Stomping Ground. It's probably better just to ephemerate the Solitude and try to hit this Reflection. I think that's better. Kind of scary. Just gotta do damage control. Leyline Binding. Green, Jeskai, Flage. I think I do cast Flage. I have the Island in my mana base, so I need to get Sacred Foundry, I think. White, I need a red source, so Sacred Foundry. Shock it. Flage, I guess. Oop. Beginning of combat. I don't think flipping Josh is the move here, because I kind of want to leave up this Leyline Binding. For the inevitable Riddler that's coming down, probably. Maybe they cast a Solitude instead. So we can escape Flage next turn. I think we're in a really good spot. Binding here and then escape Flage here. I'm not trying to get my Omnath Lightning, I don't think. I guess I can get Consigned now. That's something that they have. Which is also fine. Because I've Solitude my hand. Maybe not ideal. The question is, do I want to Flage the Reflection or do I just want to Solitude the Riddler? I think I want to Solitude the Riddler. But it's like kind of close. If I had Fetch Line, I could do both. I think I'm supposed to Solitude the Riddler. Should have Binding that before. Okay, I just scooped. Okay, let's take Mystical Dispute. I should have Binding before that Goblin Shop made a treasure. That was on me. I think we take out some number of marches. It's 53 cards. It's probably missing the Aangs. It's probably missing Aangs and Joshua's because they don't. The flip cards aren't countered sometimes. See if I can fix that. Avatar Aang. Alright, well, I'm fixing that. Let's finish up sideboarding here. I think that's all I want. It's just the mystical disputes. I could take a consign or two, maybe. Over Prismatic Ending and just not play Prismatic Ending either. But I do have Ragavan in their deck, so like I probably need somewhat mana removal for Ragavan. Because of that, I probably have to leave in the Prismatic Endings, and maybe I just trim a Joshi, an Ephemera, and maybe a Binding. Kind of seems reasonable. By reasonable, I mean it has a Ragavan answer. What more could I ask for? Okay, add Joshua. Alright, the Aang should be added. Trying to add the Joshuas now. They both should be there now. Speaking of Aang, we have Solitude Pitch Fodder. Alright, now the main deck is 63 apparently. They add the Joshuas twice. Alright, fixed it. Dashing Ragavan. Can't let you do that. Yeah, I didn't care for Ren and 6. Ren and 6 was only okay. I could warp a Riddler or I could just surveil. I think surveilling's a little bit better here. Grab Thundering Falls. I say I don't want that for now. I think my hand's a little bit too awkward for it. My hand just being Riddlers. Maybe I should have warped one. I probably should have warped one. I'm so greedy with Riddler that I just want to like wait until the absolute last possible second before warping it. I should just warp it. Aang. Go. My Aang. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't warp the Riddler into the Mystical Dispute. Welcome back, Aang. Alright, the Aanging continues. How am I tapping so poorly? Okay, there we go. Figured it out. Aang Gang returns. We go land, and then we warp Riddler. Draw some stuff. Said draw some stuff. Oh, bejeebus. I'm gonna replicate this consign. I want a Hollow Fountain. No, I want a Steam Vents. Yeah, that's not fair. That is not fair. Like, actually so messed up. I have 4 Riddlers. I have 4 fucking Riddlers in my hand. Alright. Play another Riddler. I guess I could play another Riddler. How many cards is Joshua even gonna draw? I don't even know at this point. I don't think I've ever had 4 Riddlers in play. Oh my god. Josh, draw 6. Yeah, that's fine. Opponent said I'm waiting to see the Aang flip. Aang flip has not been happening. That's not Josh, that's Time Twister. Yeah, I've never seen 4 red lose in play before. My Riddler. Moonmist. Alright, we're gonna go Omnath and then try to draw Moonmist. Moonmist. I drew a lot of lands off that Josh. Oh, hey, another Josh. Okay, if we leave up a green, we can still Moonmist. Well, this is very disappointing. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. Still playing Modern? Yeah, here we are. One of the hands of all time. I believe in this hand. I don't really understand why the rounds are going long. I guess it's just Blink versus Titan. Where was the Aang flip? I drew all those cards and didn't find Moonmist. I'm sorry, Spelly. I tried my best. I just couldn't find it. I didn't play around the owl, by the way. This was very bad of me to not play around owl. Oh, wait, they have double blue. Never mind. Ignore me. Couldn't find one. Damn. I didn't think you were sandbagging lands. The PayPal has gone through. The dog is here. Oh, it's not a dog. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm thinking about it. I've been testing a few decks for the challenge. I actually really like Yawgmoth, though. I wish this March was Prismatic ending. Instead, pass. Sure, Josh. Y'all got really close to trophying. I just lost to Double Clarion Conquer out of Mardu Blink. I've been trying to play Kethis tomorrow. Little Thanksgiving Kethis. Giving thanks to all my opponents. Aang is here. Aang's anonymous. Tenderize my turkey by playing Kethis. We actually did pretty well playing Kethis last time. We got a reader, by the way. Our opponent absolutely has no idea what this card does. Which is valid. It's absolutely valid. They're giving it a nice long read. Maybe taking a screenshot. Telling their neighbor. Showing their dog. Showing their neighbor's dog. Yeah, first spell of the game. Aang. Pass. This is the Modern we fought for. There's so much Blink in leagues. I've been playing against nothing but Blink. It's oops all Blink. Night of the Reliquary is a card I was thinking about playing with Badgermole Cup for fun. I think that list would be super sweet. Probably not viable, but super sweet. Resolves. It's gonna get instantly fatal pushed. They're not even waiting till end step. Oh, it's Goryo's. It's like Blink, but better. Kind of. What if we can outgrind? We could probably outgrind a Troxer, right? Like, there's no way we can't. Got enough value in our hand, right? I loved you, Aang. For the short time I knew you. Welcome back, Aang. Great to have you back. I wonder if I'm supposed to Solitude them, just so that way they don't ephemerate it. But I have to do it preemptively, which sucks. This might not be worth it. They could also just subtlety this, maybe, if they have their one subtlety. How many subtleties is Gorya's playing nowadays? It's like one, right? Not a lot. I'm gonna go pull up the list myself. Gorya was pretty shitty at this RC, huh? I think it's just Ivan made top 32. I don't think there's a Gorya's list in top 8. Can you stop? I would like my Aang to resolve. $36th. It's not bad. I'd like to find a Ridley right about now. Preordain, mm-hmm. Gorya's had a pretty abysmal win rate, though, being at a 46%er. Not as bad as Prowess, but Prowess is still pretty low, too. Oh, they are fully ordained over there. They had the pre, post, and the full ordain. Oh, yeah, Riddler. I think I want to leave up a lot of white mana, so I think we go that probably. I don't get the whole priority, sadly. Ooh, do I ephemerate or do I play Omnath? I can't play Omnath because it's half my only red source. Let's see if there's Solitude number 3. Alright, that's a lot of Omnaths. This Teferi's kind of ruining me. This Teferi's been a huge pain in the ass. Is it Goryo's and Atraxa? Atraxa and Atraxa. Well, uh-oh. Mm-hmm. We're in danger. We are in trouble. They grabbed Atraxa, Force of Negation, Flooded Strand, Preordain. So I have a full set of Preordains, which is pretty interesting. I didn't know Goryo's was on the full set of Preordains anymore. Oh boy. Alright, maybe we just scoop this up and save some time. I don't think we're winning this game. I'll be the first to say it. Don't think we could beat that Teferi. Can bring in all these, though. And can take out March. Not you, Prismatic Ending. I need you for frogs, but March, I don't need you for shit. Drop an Aang, drop a Josh. Leave the Moonmists, because we're trying to do the cool thing. Probably drop an Ephemerate. I don't think I want Consign. I could cut Flage as well. Flage is a little meh. They play Frog, we're in danger. So, I don't need the Flage. This grabs Thundering Falls. This might be fine. I don't actually think Ashok's that good against them. It's hard to listen in the background when you keep saying my name. Josh. Josh, I'm in your walls, Josh. What's a good limited rating? 2K. Anything below 2K? You ain't cut out for limited. Sorry, Timmy. I think I gotta warp a Riddler. Show us your rating. Look, there's no reason to do anything rash. I need to find a land so badly. Oh, your name's Ashiok and you feel the same? That makes sense. I could lose to a frog. I would like to not lose to a frog. But in what ways do we not lose to frog? Riddler Ephemerate, it's probably our best bet. I think it'd be Temple Garden because I need to get a green source. I guess I can get Stomping Ground. I need double blue also. I don't have a breeding pool. Maybe it's Stomping Ground. So I absolutely have to get green. Could get a forest, I guess. Hardest part about 4-color. Every single time. Without a doubt. Figuring out how to fetch. I don't know if I'm supposed to get this forest or not. Time will tell. You got Solitude? No Solitude. Big. No tax. Big. Discards Atraxa. Oh god. Goryo's Atraxa. Finds land Ephemerate. I stole your Badgermole Cubs and paper, that's right. Stolen. I don't think we're winning this game, chat. Need to find our surgical extraction. Well, excellent. Everything went splendidly. Just have a measly 10 cards in their hand. When I do this pre-combat, they F6 through the turn by accident. Or they F6'd up until combat, and then they just do everything post-combat because they accidentally F6. Solitude. Well, I mean, I guess. So doomed. They're probably just going to rebound this Ephemerate on Troxa, and then I'm going to die anyways, but it is worth the shot. Maybe I gotta load up on Endurances. If I load up on Endurances, maybe this matchup's winnable. Seems like the best bet. Should probably be playing that over Surgical. Just a pile of Endurances. Still bad against Frog. So is Surgical. I never don't draw a land. I'm just going to scoop this one. Probably not a whole lot of reason to be playing against this and 7 cards in hand if we're missing a land drop. But top deck. Okay. Does that actually help us? I guess I can Ashiok and get rid of the Gristlebrand so that we don't get Goryosed. So I need to draw another land drop too. I could also just Joshua. Maybe I Joshua find Solitude. I think Ashiok's better. I guess I can get Island, huh? Perfect mana base. Alright, we're on the mill plan. Now we need to go Omnath into Fetchland into Aang into Moonmist. And have them have nothing. Okay, that's a good start. Unless they have Ephemerate. Also gonna scoop through an Ephemerate here. I didn't see them take one though. Alright. That was doomed. It was so doomed. I don't know if I'm supposed to bid a land here. Or if I'm supposed to bid an Ephemerate. It's probably supposed to be an Ephemerate. Stack sweet. Kinda wish I was playing more Moon Mist though. So I can keep doing the thing more consistently. I do want to try a build that has the Halfling and the Badger Mole though. Try to use Aang a little bit better. I think if you have the Badger Mole and the Aang, then it's like you can reliably Earthbend and then draw a card. Yeah, 3 might be a good number. I do want to try Halfling and Badger Mole. I think the acceleration could be good. Black, white, blank. Don't think I want that. Fellium. Wow. It's a dog. Sadly, there goes Aang. My poor boy. Never stood a chance. They're definitely reading Aang. Like, what the hell does this do? Alright, best draw, Riddler. 1000% Riddler. Riddle me this. Right off the top. Or not. We're not done yet. We're gonna Emperor Bones take my Aang. I just play tapped and attacking, right? Oh, I guess it doesn't gain haste. Okay. So I get to draw a card off the Aang. That's pretty bad for me. I think both my Surveils are in play also. I don't think I have any more Surveil lands off the top of my head. So I ended up cutting the Lush Portico. The Bones of an Emperor. Unforge. So we're going to take 8. They're going to draw a card. Damn, Zang card's kind of good. But it's on the other side of the table anyways. Well, it's on our side. Maybe not so much. My Ephemerate. Would you cast Moonmist if you had in hand? It would flip on their side, right? For the content, probably. Doesn't exile and then transform. Yeesh. I think it would still exile, right? Because it never left the battlefield. So I think it would flip and then still get exiled at the end step. Come on. Yeah, you can look at my nothing. Come on, Omnath. Oh, excellent. All right, Mr. Phoenix off the top. I'm gonna need you right about now. Fix my hand, please. It's real bad. Oh. Hmm. Oh. Okay. I don't actually think I have much for this matchup other than the consigns. Copying your draws. What can I say? I've been practicing. I got the marches. Cut or just trim an Aang also. Aang is pretty bad against Emperor Bones. That's kind of embarrassing. I also surveilled a bunch and thinned. Hate to see it. Yeesh. Found all the lands. Or all the spells from last game. It's kind of low on lands for an Omnath deck. I can put that one back. Just can't get Thundering Falls, sadly. Sasuke Hollow Fountain. I have a Hollow Fountain Stomping Ground type of draw. Typically, Omnath decks play like 24 and red and 6. I think that's too many. Maybe I'm biased. I don't know if I'm supposed to warp this or not. Maybe I'm supposed to try to draw an Ephemerate. Imagine this Fleege isn't going to do anything. Fucking have dog. He's pretty good against dog. I don't think they're playing blue either, so I don't think they're going to have Mystical Dispute. They could have Bowmaster potentially. Dog or Bowman. The dog. It's very so good against Velia. Oh, so good. Oh boy. Recruiter. What did I get a recruiter for? Phyrexian Crusader. Protection from red and white. I think I'm supposed to go Flage Consign. They have Solitude's gonna suck. I think that's still kind of fine. White, blue. So I gotta get red or green. If I get... What's optimal here? Green. It's probably just blue-red. I think it's optimal. And I go Flage Consign. I think it matters with 4 colors, just figuring out how your mana's gonna work. So important to not mess it up. I know people still played it either. 4 colors getting like a little bit more popular again. I'm not gonna say thanks to Aang, because I don't think it's thanks to Aang, but 4 colors getting a little bit more popular. I think I'm still supposed to attack. Why not? Oh, I guess it's... Oh, that's right. I forgot I infect too. Shrinks my Flage. That's a good why not. That's a very good why not. On a sick model list playing new avatars cards that you're totally gonna like, you can post it. Not gonna guarantee I'm gonna like it though. Totally forgot this does it. -2 counters. It's been a minute since I played against this card. Probably not worth the 3 damage trade off. -2 counters on my Flage, but +3 or +6 point life swing, I guess. We gotta finish up Final Fantasy VII Part 2 still. We're gonna do that during the subathon. We gotta play Final Fantasy VII Part 2, and we also gotta play Silk Song. Emperor Bones that can target Flicker Wisp or Riddler. Flicker Wisp. It's my favorite deck. Hollow one. Yeah, I'm out. Damn, they want the Fairy Dead, huh? How could I refuse? Very easily. I'm out. Oh, Josh. Play this. Binding for 1 mana. 1, 2, 3. Flip Josh. Discard the Misty. Draw a bajillion. I'm fine. Slave up Consign also. So I want to leave up Consign Ephemerate, right? Never mind. I can't. Just leave up Consign. Draws Ephemerate. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I'm gonna flicker Flage. I'm gonna flicker Leyline Binding. Problem with redirect lighting on Solitude is that you can't target Solitude, which I think makes it bad. I should have upkeep Ephemerate or something, I think. Maybe this is fine though. Do I even care about this Flicker Wisp? Probably not. Yeah, I don't think it's good. I was gonna play it in Prowess, and I decided not to because I thought it was bad. Certainly a fun card, though. Ephemerate my Flage. Alright. Everybody that played Redirect Lighting at the RC said it was really bad. From what I heard. So I know a couple people played it in Energy. Yeah, I saw that. It was like the learn cards with the prowess mechanic, right? Or the learn cards with in just stock prowess. It was kind of interesting. I didn't take a super close look at what they actually do. But we'll probably try it out. Got a lot of decks to try out. Oh, we have the thing. I really want to keep his hand, but it's probably a mulligan. Because we have 2 Moonmist in our opening hand. Sorry, Aang. Next time, buddy. Dog? No dog. We're just gonna go fetch. Go fetching for Andatha. Don't think I want to warp a Riddler quite yet. And we have Phyrexian Crusader. Card's a problem. Card is a problem. I need to stick a Riddler. Imagine just gonna play the Crusader. Maybe I should Binding. I don't know. Binding the Recruiter feels really bad. Also, maybe I should just board out Binding in this matchup. Binding's not very good against Witch Enchanter. Or Flicker Wisp for that matter. Take Joshua. I think they take Joshua. Lets me see the most cards. They could also take Riddler, but I'm still 2 lands away from casting a Riddler from exile. I should take Omnath, which is interesting since they're on the Infect plan. Teferi's not super helpful. Lage, huh? Blue, red, white, green. So I can get Thundering Falls and be okay. I could also get Elegant Parlor. Getting dumpstered by Phyrexian Crusader. I guess I let them do this, and then I have to Solitude it. Solituding it probably works out in my favor, though. I have less cards in hand for Riddler, so I can find Riddler Ephemerate faster. Not doing it, huh? Maybe it's too greedy to try to eat their mana. Oh, look at that. Riddler Ephemerate. We found it. Okay, how do we want to navigate this? I could play Teferi. I think I probably play Teferi. Question becomes, do I want to pick up Joshua? Might pick up this Joshua. Maybe they activate Emperor Bones. I get to bounce my Omnath back to my hand. That'd be awesome. Activate Emperor. Oh. Doesn't activate Emperor. I guess I kind of can't really attack. I'll just plus and pass. Probably still have to do this, though. But I have to save this Ephemerate for the Riddler. I don't think we're in a great spot. But if Riddler Ephemerate sticks and Teferi's still here by the end of the turn, feeling pretty decent. I don't know if I can actually take this card off the table. Which is wild. Moonmist does work with Josh. It flips into a 4/4 flying lifelinker with 0 counters on it, and then at the beginning of main phase of your next main phase, then you get the first counter on it. Omnath. Well, I think if I was guaranteeing myself a land here, I would just jam this Omnath. I was supposed to do it anyways. It's a lot of not lands. Maybe too greedy. Maybe should have just gone for the boring old Riddler Ephemerate play. I guess I should have boarded in Wrath Disguise just for Phyrexian Crusader. Sanctifier. Yep. Good news is they don't get to rebound the Solitude. Bad news, Teferi's dead. I do get to rebound the Ephemerate. This is unfortunate. I think we're gonna die to Infect. Unless... I just cast Riddler from Warp. Doesn't seem great either, though. I can't even cast Riddler from Warp because all my blue sources are out. So that takes that line off the table. I guess I can go grab Temple Garden. And then play Aang. Pass. I think my out here is probably top decking a Moonmist at some point because Moonmist fogs the Phyrexian Crusader. Unless it's a Phyrexian Werewolf. Nope, it's a Phyrexian Zombie Knight. Alright, confirm not Phyrexian Werewolf. I imagine they just target the Solitude, but maybe they're gonna go after the Recruiter. Yeah, I kind of figured. I think I'm just supposed to Ephemerate this regardless. Just need to find Moonmist. That's all I want is Moonmist. I need to find it like right now. Like right now. Many Riddlers. Yeesh. Many pendings too. Link in the Twitch chat. If you can manage to get over to the Twitch chat, and I would happily consider it for tomorrow. We want this on top. I'm just at them having like any answer to this Riddler. Leave it on top though, I think. Alright, they take this Riddler off the table, I die. Getting Dan by the Crusader. Pretty much. This Crusader's soloing me. It's crazy. I need to board in a couple Rathless guys. But we do have the play set of prismatic endings full of Riddlers. I am not to keep this on top, whatever this is. Excuse me? Divest. Target player reveals their hand. Choose an artifact or creature card from it. That player discards that card. Indicate. Which they were not. Dispense a Lotus Bloom. What the? Belcher. Who's playing Belcher anymore? Gotta check the spreadsheet. Where's Belcher here? Oh, Belcher had a 50.3% win rate. Maybe Belcher's good again. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like situations where targeting yourself would be better. Which I guess is just in the Goryo's matchup. Or if you are Goryo's, that'd be better. Boros is good, Belcher's good. Not wrong. Stomping Ground? Ah, Moonmist has finally arrived. Got 2 turns on that. I think we're just pending this. Probably gonna have to upkeep March the Lotus. Force him to crack it. Hope they don't have Tameshi. Or 4-color and its consistency issues. Can also have a word and kill me the same way. Not having card selection in the 4-color list feels awkward. You have card draw with the Riddler. You don't have card selection though. Oh, if Moonmist was printed in 2025, it would say like kill a creature, draw a card, flip all humans. Oh, for Dispel to be playable again, there would have to cost a Phyrexian mana or would have to draw a card. If I had to guess. Grabs a whir. So if we're gonna work for another Lotus, I have another March for it. Could be worse. We need to draw a land. Okay. That's not land. Man, in this deck's also just really bad. Which is also unfortunate. It's a land, but it doesn't let me cast anything. I don't get to cast Joshua here because I have to leave up the March. I absolutely hate that word of invention, by the way. It's on the same level as that preordain. All right. We've died. If they have any land drop, we just die. I don't like arts on cards that are normal border. That's fine. Like that Serum Visions is fine. You know what's not fine? Cards that attack my eyeballs when I look at them. Like that Word of Invention and like that Preordain. They physically assault my eyeballs. Yeah, I wish I had Redirect Lighting in this matchup. Would be sweet. Budget! Thank you. For the Prime of the 20 months. I appreciate you. Welcome back. I can cut a couple Solitudes probably. Even 2. Prismatic Ending is pretty bad. I want to keep the Moonmists in because they're cool and they're Moonmist. Cut an Ephemerate. Yeah. Surgical's not great. I don't think. Because the only way they're getting a Belcher in the graveyard is if they mill over it. I guess I could consign one and then surgical it. I think I want to mulligan this hand. It's got both my Solitudes in it, which are just like kind of dead cards. This hand has nothing proactive going on in it. I'm not sure this deck in general has too much proactive stuff, so maybe fine. Leaves on top. I need to buy time until I can find some of my late game threats. This matchup is probably not good, just like how the Goryo's matchup is probably not good. Yuppers. We had to try them. Not helpful. Pass. I wish to trim more ephemerates. I think this list is feeling kind of clunky compared to some of the previous iterations we played. I think we're going to rebuild this with the Badger Moles and the Halflings and try it. Yeah, White Source. It's either Hollow Fountain or Temple Garden. I think we take the Hollow Fountain. I think Legend of Roku's better than Showdown on the Skulls. It's not even the Aang Moonmist stuff that feels clunky. It's kind of just the rest of the deck that feels clunky. I think this deck's relying like super heavily on Ephemerate to do anything. All the Riddlers and all the Solitudes and all that just makes it rely way too heavily on Ephemerate. Opponent passes. I'm thinking you could play a build that's got like Halfling, Badger Mole, Green Sun Zenith, Omnath Aang, and go from there. Then you can just Green Sun Zenith for Omnath, Green Sun Zenith for Aang. Just have a shit ton of mana. You can even throw in a Drox in there if you wanted to. That's all you got, huh? Just a puny little otter. We have to reconstruct the deck. You'd have to pretty much play without removal, I think. It'd be a very different looking deck. It'd be something similar, more like a Yawgmoth style deck than it would be like a 4-color control deck. I think you'd have to probably play it as like a toolboxy mid-range deck. Cub does help because it makes green mana what you need. It makes your halfling tap for 2. And it's just, ramp in general, right? So that we can cast your Omnaths faster, you can cast your Aangs faster. It's also a threat, so you can be a little bit more proactive in matchups like this. But like I said, you're probably playing 4 Green Sun Zenith to go get Aang. Suspend. I think I'm just going to jam Solitude. Strict Serenade. My Solitude. I don't know if they're supposed to do that. Imagine Teferi's getting countered. No, they don't have a counter for Teferi, right? What if there's Hardcast Force? I don't know about that one, opponent. It's both a badger and a mole. Checkmate. In their defense, I don't really know if they did anything else to win this game. But I think it's just Hardcast Force negation. And they get to keep the Disrupting Shoal in their hand. And potentially hardcast the Disrupting Shoal. Alright, I'm gonna keep bonking. Like, now if they have a Disrupting Shoal, they could just cast for 5 mana. Trapped in exile forever. I think opponent made a blunder. So I can return the Lotus. But to binding this. We got a draw card from Smeshy. Not too bad. Been a rough league for 4-color. Hate to see it. I was thinking about just dropping and trying to get with the Badger Moles. Doing a little bit of rebuilding with the deck. Tutoring for what? Sing the Stupor. Ice Fang, Coatl Flare package. See that too. I think I have some idea the direction I want to go with the Halfling build. But only some. I'm going to sync Leyline Binding. This doesn't make a lot of sense. Replicating doesn't matter. I have it to Teferi. Ooh. Ashiok's quite good here. Yeah, Ashiok was quite good. Let's take the Surgical Extraction. I think it's fine. Let's drop another ephemera. The ephemeras are really clunky. So it would be like minus binding. Oh man. That would look very, very different. Probably save it for tomorrow, and I'll brew up something with Badger Mole and Halfling tonight. I'm trying to think what the rest of the deck would look like. These 8, of course, the Moonmist, the Badger Mole, the Halfling. Some in between Manador could be quite good. High Noon's really good against Belcher. Kinda. It's also kind of good against us as well, though. We could try it. I don't know. It stops their counter if they're being proactive, but it doesn't stop their counter if they're being, like, reactive. I'm gonna try this hand. And by that I mean hope the fairy gets us there. Alright, Teferi, I need you to resolve. Come on, Teferi. I'm rooting for you, buddy. I got 2 lotuses, 2 lotai, if you will. Okay. If they play a creature, I'm going to Solitude it for sure. It's do or die time. Yeah? Teferi? No. Shouldn't have picked die. Well, let's see if they have the Belcher. If they don't have the Belcher, maybe we're okay. I also interact with the Tameshi. I think one of the problems is like this deck doesn't have very good interaction with combo decks in general. Makes it kind of tough to play in the combo heavy metas. This shouldn't always yield because I do have Mystical Dispute in my hand. They do have War here. Binding a Lotus. We do have the Aang Moonmist Dream in hand, which is not nothing. Moonmist seems really relevant in this matchup. We're leaving it in for the content, not because it's good in the matchup. Like, the first thing you probably side out in this matchup are Aang's and Moonmist. If I had to guess. Maybe I fetch a tap land. I got green, white, blue, red. Okay. So do it in their upkeep. I also tap out and try to jam an Aang, but it seems really greedy for no reason. I guess it's bad for me if they end up playing a Belcher here and just passing the turn. Sure. I did it. Woo-wee. I cast a hydroelectric specimen, realized it only said instants and sorceries, and then scooped it up. Alright, I'm keeping this in. It is what it is. It's like the 3rd time I've seen somebody try to specimen a leyline binding. Well, that's pretty good against me. A classic Tron 4-color matchup, huh? Cast nothing until turn 4 again. Okay, cast something before turn 4. I think I'm supposed to hit the Mind Stone, though, and not care about this Vexing Bubble. Even though I probably care about Vexing Bubble more in the long run. Oh, good. That's reasonable. I immediately care about the Vexing Bubble. Okie dokie. Remember the bobble I didn't cast Prismatic Ending on? I remember. Okay, we got red, white. We got blue, red. We got green, white. So we need green or white. So we gotta get the planes here. We also get an island, right? Yeah, I could have got an island also. If I do this, I go to 1. Okay. Really need the odd math to survive. It's gonna be a fat cake, man. Just to dismember. I don't think I can win this game anymore. Unless I draw another Omnath. But even if I draw another Omnath, I don't think I can win this game anyways. Yeah. Sudoku. Consigns in Ashiok, maybe? I just have like a lot of dead cards in this matchup, like all these. I guess they're not super dead. Just feels bad when they have Tron anyways, though. But I have to answer Vexing Bubble somehow. So and we cut the fairy. A couple of bindings. Binding's pretty clunky to devour. Alright, it's got the thing. The thing that does the thing. Maybe we could finally live the dream this league. One time for the one time. I think with Joshua would drop 2 ephemerids probably. Okay, not a Tron land. We're live for the time being. Alright, now I want to drop 2 ephemerids. And try to rip. None of that. Those are not what I wanted. Red, white, white, green, red, green, blue. Crabstone, Eldrazi Temple. Shauna's Sidebinder from the top rope. Gosh, I wish. End my suffering. Why don't you? Cozy Command. Two Angs. One of these Angs is going to get deleted immediately. To at least to devour itself. So I guess I just play one of them out. How doing, Smurg? Oh, excuse me. Falling asleep by virtue of 4 color. Another cozy. This is upsetting. I just gotta save Aang Moonmist for 1 turn. Let's even do that much. That's the problem. I can play Ronin in this deck. I think Rona's not the move. I do think, however, acceleration might be the move. I'm trying to think if there's like a green human aside from Aang that's worth it to Green Sun Zenith for. I guess Green Sun Zenith for Atrox is pretty damn good though. It's so ugly. Everybody died. Yeah, but Ultimacy is lost in the sauce. Whoa, the planetarium of Wan Shitong? Cool. Yeah, I was thinking about Mole plus Halfling. The amount of mana Mole plus Halfling makes is kind of ridiculous. Another blue. I guess I just jam Riddler. Just full on hardcast Riddler. Alright, Omnath is a good step. I'm trying to not be lost in the sauce. Trying to make this like somewhat reasonable. I wonder how crazy this guy's gonna be. I haven't seen it in action yet. This guy's 2 to the top. Cast a Flesh Raker. Well, that wasn't super impressive. I feel like I could have done better than Cast a Flesh Raker. That's colorless. Okay, blue, white. I guess red, green. Go get Basic Forest, Aang, Moonmist. Now we're off to the races. Good. Excuse me. Set X for. Yeah. Done. Does this not work? Maybe this doesn't work. I'm unsure. Oh, that's right. Couldn't even deal combat damage to that. I don't understand. It does not work because conversion says number of colors of mana spent to cast this spell. I set X to 4. It might just not work. I don't know. I don't know the rules of how this is supposed to work. It costs this less to reduce. I guess because you're not paying the colors, it doesn't work. Right. Makes sense. Casting a Mind Stone. Yeah. I wasn't sure. I wanted to try it at least. Now we know. All is dust. Well, that's fucking tough. All is dusted. 5 lands in hand. Thriving in my lane. We're so dead. 6 lands in hand. Opponent gets to cast a free spell per turn. Still have the planetarium to activate. I guess I should have a pending in my hand as well. Technically. Flute. Don't evict you. Might have to. Might just have to. Ulamog. Well, I hope they don't name Solitude. They named Aang. Oh, right. They had the torpor orb in their hand. I would take one draw step and then scoop it up. I'm sad that we did the thing and then we just lost anyways. You're making me so sad. Right? Drew the ephemera and everything. Yeah, I don't think it's the right shell for this deck. But it's like, I don't know if any shell's the right deck for Moonmist Aang, to be fair. But it's worth a shot again. Alright, let's play Zeriak's blue pile.
Have you
Bing
peeked?
bong, bing bong, bing bing bong.
Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.